Made dolls. I have a person in Florida that makes individual handmade dolls. I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of my book section because my books reflect multiculturalism and a lot of black books and books that people had when they were kids and they were in
school. We can highlight a couple of them. Go ahead.
Well, let's see. I think one of my favorites is The Black of the Berry. Now, where is it?
Towards the right, second shelf.
Towards the right, second shelf. Here.
The Black of the Berry.
And I like this book because it celebrates our diversity in colors. You know, and all of them are positive things, like the dark that's chocolate and the light is peanuts and whatnot. Let me see if I can find you one one of my favorite poems. You know, I can't see too well. You might have to read it for me. But I just want to show you how positive these things are. Here, Golden Goodies.
Daddy, tell me this. Is yellow a good color? He says, go down under the huckleberry bush, then come back up here and tell me what you see. I mosey out to the fruit vines and pick the last basket of huckleberries. Then I notice the bronze in the summer leaves turn into autumn. The bronze leaves of the berry bush shine with a special light. And I look at my arms, and they are as bronze and golden as a bush that gives good things. I ran back into the house to tell Daddy, Daddy, yellow's a good color, rich and bronze, and giving, like me.
Yeah.
Oh,
see?
Man.
And you know, and it celebrates every color, every color. Look at, okay, here's
Biscuit brown. I love it. I gathered loganberries from the trailing bush, dancing prickly sweet in my sunny backyard. I'm a biscuit brown. Biscuit is brown. Brown is biscuit. All warm and waiting and berry for berries that I carry to the kitchen and can. When the berries in the jar are biscuit ready, I fix a cup of tea, then spoon out biscuit jelly. For biscuits, brown me. I love that.
I love this book.
I love that.
The Black of the Berry.
Yeah, Black of the Berry.
It's a wonderful book. But all of these books celebrate our blackness and our
It's funny, just on the subject, you say we're talking about Black of the Berry, Grandma. Yeah. I know the neighborhood has changed a great deal.
Yes,
Harlem has changed a great deal.
It has.
You want to just share some of your insight to people to the good, the bad, or I mean the history of things?
Anything that brings back the richness of Harlem is a good thing. Anything that brings people here to see our culture and celebrate our culture with us is a good thing. If people are coming to take away something, people seem to want to move in and put the rents up so high that we can't live here. If you want Harlem, you're going to have to take Harlem with black people in it, not Harlem by itself. So as long as you say good morning to me in the morning and wish me well and give me respect and come into my store and say good morning to me and treat me like a human being, I'm welcoming you. But if you're coming in to take away from something and put me in my place and don't want to talk to me in the street when you see me, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be right here.
Are you one of many children's stores in the area?
I am Harlem's premier toy and gift shop, children's gift shop. There is no other here. There are things over on Broadway and Upper West Side that have, but this is the only children's bookstore and person of color. I mean, there's no toy store.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Toys R Us has these pop-up stores where they put these things up and whatnot for 3 months to get to Christmas, and then they're gone.
And then the dollar stores.
I train the children in the neighborhood. The kids that come in here as children have worked in my store, have learned and gotten experience in entrepreneurship, and have gone on to do other things and gone to college and come back. So that's the thing I want to see. I want to give our children experiences, make them want to be entrepreneurs.
I love that. Yeah. Anything else you want to share or we should bring up to people?
No, but that I have a brownstone next door, and as a retired teacher, we're going to be doing a series of workshops for parents with young children, because we find that the gap that's widening between a child going into kindergarten and first grade is a broad one, because our parents are working and they can't be home to give those kind of language arts and communication skills. So we're going to work with the providers and the teachers of these young children to give them the knowledge to expose the children to language arts. You know, so
Language arts meaning like
language arts, like reading stories to them, talking to
Gotcha.
them. You know, the kids are like sponges. They pick up language, but in order to pick up language, they have to be exposed to language.
Yes, yes.
So if you sit them in front of a TV set, they're going to learn SpongeBob language and other silliness. But if you, one of my kids learned the word particularly when she was 3 years old because it was my favorite word, and I would always say, well, I'm not particularly interested. And when I heard it coming back at 3 years of age when she was saying it and using it correctly, I knew I was onto the right thing. And you know, I have these teen parent workshops. I did it at Boys Harbor years ago, but now I'm starting to do it in my brownstone, where we teach parents and providers to put words on things, like on chairs, you know, on tables, on the wall.
I mean, like write it on a piece of paper and put it on there?
In 3x5 index card and put it on there so that the child associates the word, the symbol for the word with the object. So it increases their vocabulary, talking to them, rhymes, riddles, you know, all of those kinds of things that children need.
Yeah.
They need those things.
Last question is curious. Is there a big difference between a charter school and public school and private school? I mean,
I think well,
because I know there's a lot going on
okay.
here.
I was a public school teacher. I had 27, 28 children in the classroom. I had second grade, so I had 27 children in the classroom.
Okay.
There's a big difference between 27 children in the classroom and 21 or 20 or even 18.
Okay.
If the charter school has a lower number of kids, a ratio in the classroom, and they have informed, resourceful teachers that have been trained and are constantly being trained, that's one thing. But it's teacher training. It's just not a place to hold kids with crayons and paper.
Yeah.
It's to give them those kinds of experiences so that they learn. And they learn critical thinking skills. You give them open-ended tasks so that there's no right or wrong way to come to an answer, so they're not currying favor by doing the right thing. They're to be taught to think and to share those kinds of experiences with each other. So charter schools, if they have a good library, classroom library, if they have resourceful teachers, if they have low class sizes and class participation, what seems to happen is because parents are happy that they're in charter schools, they bring more to the charter school. They're happy to volunteer and volunteer their time. So
they're kind of giving up on the public schools, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you got so many kids in the classroom.
Yeah. How many kids do you think should average? How many kids should be average
in a classroom
per
teacher? Okay, second grade, I think 22 kids in a classroom are doable. Okay, above third, fourth grade, maybe 25 or 27. Certainly not 35 or 40 kids per teacher. Okay, and I've seen that, and that's just too many. And in the lower grades, pre-K and K, 16 kids with an assistant. Because you need a lot of individual things that you need to be able to do with kids. And a child, a 5-year-old child, a 4-year-old child comes to school with all varying levels of of readiness. Okay. Some of them can even read at that age because they've been exposed to books before. Some of them have never shared, have never been in an environment.
Everyone has different.
They sit. So you know, so that's a critical part in time that you need to put in the time with the kids that need socialization. Okay. And they need language skills.
When are the hours? What are the hours for Grandma's Place?
Grandma's Place is we're closed on Mondays, but now this month in December we're open on Mondays.
Okay.
We're open from 11 a.m. to 8 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Chelsea, it's Thursday, 10:30?
No.
Okay, and Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
So if Grandma's not here, it's usually your granddaughters?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And on the weekend, it opens at 10:30 and it closes at 8:30. We get a half an hour either way.
Okay. Cool.